So why'd you leave Boston?
I've been on quite the adventure, little brother.
I reckon it's got something to do with that girl.
It's got everything to do with that little girl.
The Last of Us is one of the most brilliant games of all time when it comes to storytelling, and not just in telling the main story that you play through with Joel and Ellie, but also alternate side stories with its other characters like Tess and Bill. But one of my most favorite stories from The Last of Us isn't even the story that's told through cutscenes or any dialogue at all. It's the story of Ish, the survivor, and how he attempted to build a community during the zombie apocalypse. Following chapter 5, after Joel and Ellie met the brother duo of Henry and Sam and evaded capture by the hunters by jumping into the nearby body of water, Ellie and Joel were rescued by Henry and dragged onto shore, leading directly into chapter 6. The chapter begins with Joel and Henry making amends for Henry abandoning Joel while they were being pursued by the hunter.
What'd I tell you, huh? He's good. Everything's fine. You know, Sam's the one who spotted you. You guys are taking quite a bit of water. What's wrong? Henry! Get back, son! Hey. He's pissed, but he's not gonna do anything.
You sure about that?
Stop!
Joel?
He left us to die out there.
No, you had a good chance of making it, and you did. But coming back for you meant putting him at risk. Stay back. If it was the other way around, would you have come back for us? I saved you.
He saved me too. We would have drowned.
It's fine, I'm okay. You know, for what it's worth, I'm really glad we spotted you. Now, that radio tower, it's on the other side of this cliff. Okay? Place is gonna be full of supplies. You're gonna be really happy you didn't kill me.
While on the beach, they discover a boat that has been moored onto shore, and you have the option to explore that boat even further.
Hey, maybe we can find something in that boat over there.
Way ahead of you, kid.
Hey, don't worry about it.
While on the boat, you discover a little living area where there is a note from the boat's former occupant.
Well, it's looking like I've dodged the chaos and the mayhem long enough. My time out at sea is coming to an end. I'm short on supplies, and this boat has seen better days. And you know what? This is bound to happen sooner or later. I guess it's time to go see what's left of mankind. What could possibly go wrong, right? If you happen to find my skeleton, please don't step on my skull. Thanks. Ish.
The note leads us to understand that the former occupant Ish attempted to avoid the apocalypse by taking his boat out to sea, but unfortunately, as expected, he eventually ran out of supplies and had to make his way back to shore. After making it off the boat, you make your way towards a sewer grate that provides an option for a potential way to traverse through the area.
Ah, good job. I bet that goes right on through. Give me a hand with this.
All right, same time. Come on.
Let's do it.
While traveling through the sewers, you come across a fork in the pathway. Where you and Ellie travel along the right-hand side, you come to a room where you can find an additional note from the boat's occupant, Ish.
All the way to Tommy's?
I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how everything pans out.
I'm gone for a few months and the world doesn't waste any time going to shit. Everywhere you turn, they're infected and non-infected, trying to kill you. Mankind is back to the food chain, baby. I'm kinda shocked I've survived this long. The sewers seem pretty safe. Limited exits, entrances, it makes it easier to defend. And if anyone gets in here, I can lose them in the maze. I might not be tough, but I am quick. Maybe I just need to bide my time down here until it all gets sorted up there. I think I'll become a sewer mole man for a while. Wish me luck. Ish.
It appears from the note that Ish has taken residence in the sewers and set up a little corkboard with newspaper clippings outlining the events that took place during the beginning of the apocalypse. After traveling through the sewers for some more time, you come to a little puzzle area where you as Joel have to break off from the group to find some driftwood to use to aid in getting Ellie from one side of the sewer to the other side so that everyone can travel further into the sewer. While doing so, you find the room occupied by 2 clickers and another note from Ish.
Yesterday I met some people that did not want to shoot me on sight. Shocking, I know. We traded some supplies and went on our merry way. They had kids with them and they seemed pretty scared. I almost told them about this place. What if they're like the others? What if... You know what? I don't care. What's the point of surviving if you don't have someone to laugh at your corny jokes? Tomorrow I'm going to search for them. See if they want to join me in here. Ish.
This note outlines that Ish has interacted with other survivors and is beginning to grow lonely, surviving on his own, and is battling within himself on whether or not he should invite the survivors to join him in the sewers so that they can attempt to build a community and live together and support each other. From here, it seems like Ish's luck is turning around. It seems like Ish is actually doing quite well. He's found other like-minded people who have no intentions on hurting him and who may be willing to join him in his endeavor to survive through the zombie apocalypse. As the group progresses, you come upon an entrance with childlike paintings littering the walls outside. It appears that the entrance has been painted to resemble a castle of some sort. Directly after the entryway, you walk up to a sign with rules for the community. The sign is titled House Rules, and these are the 4 rules outlined on the sign. Rule number 1, make sure doors are locked. Rule number 2, ask for password if you don't know the visitor. Rule number 3, no shouting and noisy play. Rule number 4, run to hiding spot when you hear the alarm. Down the hallway from the entryway, there's a little play area with a soccer/football net set up that Sam and Ellie play with for just a moment.
Ellie,
Calm down. Hey, Sam.
Yeah?
Stand by those posts over there.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay, do it. Oh, Henry, did you see that? Let's keep it down, buddy, okay? Yeah. Sorry.
Clearly following the note about asking the people to join him, Ish managed to establish a small community with organized rules and play areas. Down the hallway to the left of this area, there's a door that leads even further into the sewer community. And this is the first sight we get. This is the first insight we get into what happened to the people in this community. Immediately after opening the door and heading down the stairs, we are attacked by a group of clickers. Dispatching them quickly and looking around, there are another set of rules and instructions in the area on the walls. To start with, directly to the left of the entrance to this area, we get another set of house rules. There is a subsection marking it as 2 general rules. These rules are 1. No weapons allowed. 2. No loud noises. Silence is golden. 3. You might be searched at any time for any reasons. 4. Unapproved fire is restricted. Up towards the right at the beginning of the stairway, there are a third set of general rules. 1. This is a secure zone. 2. Cooperation is very important. 3. Remove your jacket or outerwear. 4. No personal pointed or sharp objects are allowed. To the right of this area, there is a water storage area with another sign with some rules related to the storage and usage of water. The water rules read: 1. Don't leave water running. 2. Only take what you plan on using. And 3. Don't leave a mess. Found on one of the tables in the water area is another note from Ish outlining how this water room came to be and some additional activities that took place in the community in its heyday.
Hey Susan, just wanted to drop you a quick line and say these rain catchers were a great idea. Super smart to gather water without leaving the place. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the kids a couple of water guns, so of course I've been drenched all day. If you don't want them to have it, let me know and I'll take them back. See you at dinner tonight. Fair warning though, Kyle is making his special meatloaf again. Ish.
Reading about how the community had grown so much that Ish was trying to return some semblance of normalcy to the children by providing them with water guns to play with like people did before the apocalypse really lends itself more to the tragedy that is what ended up eventually happening to everyone. Up the stairs and to the left from that area, we enter a daycare-like playroom where we see a bunch of children's toys strewn about and a drawing on an easel clearly made by a child, and unfortunately, a dead body with a note by him. And this note reads like this: "We're trapped. I think everyone's dead. Some of the little ones are with me. I got infected, pounding at the door. I don't know how long we'll hold out. If Ish and the others are alive, maybe they can reach us. If it comes down to it, I'll make it quick. Kyle." And after reading this note from Kyle and looking directly over to his right, we see something horrific. A pile of small bodies covered in what looks like some sort of blanket or tarp. And directly in front of that pile, a note that was visible when we walked directly into the door. They didn't suffer. Kyle was forced to make the ultimate sacrifice. He was trapped in an unwinnable situation, and in an effort to be merciful to the children so they didn't have to suffer going through becoming one of the zombies or being torn to shreds by them, he did the unthinkable. He put all of those children down. And now the story of Ish and his community has truly reached some really dark depths. As you continue to progress through the facility, Joel and Sam become separated from Henry and Ellie and find themselves in a separate area. The area is full of all sorts of things. There's a chess set on one of the tables with a game that was set up and unfortunately was never started. In another area, there's a dining table with multiple plates strewn about. There also seems to be a cooking area with another set of rules on the wall adjacent to the cooking area. It seems that they set up a grill that they may have used open flames on. There are more containers housing water strewn about, and even further up, there's an area that resembles a classroom wherein perhaps the children were instructed by older members of the community. It's clearly visible that they really were trying to return to some semblance of normalcy. They really were trying to live and not just survive, and all of it was snatched away from them because the apocalypse is extremely unforgiving. In the classroom area, there is a drawing from one of the children which shows a rough caricature of Ish and another individual by the name of Danny, and below them is a note that reads, "Our protectors." After progressing further through the area, you regroup with Henry and Ellie and begin fleeing through the sewers, trying to find an available exit. After a short combat encounter, you finally manage to make it to the other side of the sewers, the beginning of the suburbs. And right outside, there is a note warning you about what you would have found on the other side.
Fresh air. Look at this.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Thanks for the warning on the other side, guys.
And that's where you think the story would end. But as we progress through the suburbs, there are 2 more notes to find, providing us with a little bit more insight as to what took place with Ish and his community. The first note is found on the 2nd floor of the 2nd house on the street once you enter the suburbs. And this note is from Kyle, one of the other members of the community, one of the first individuals that Ish interacted with. Another night, another shooting. I could see the muzzle flashes coming from the Carson's windows. I stayed up the entire night with the whole family in one room. I doubt anybody got any sleep. It's only a matter of time before the looters try to break into our house. We have to get out of here. That skinny man approached us again. He traded more of his bullets for some food. He offered us to join him in his hideout. He says it's secure and, more importantly, hidden. Easily defendable is how he described it. He said that the only reason he trusts me is because I have kids. I don't think we can stay here anymore. He seems like a trustworthy guy. I'm going to suggest to everyone tomorrow that we take him up on his offer. Kyle. Further into the suburbs, on the 2nd street, on the 2nd floor of another house, we find the final note relating to Ish.
One open door. That's all it took. One of us forgot to close a door and a horde of those monsters entered our camp. We shut them in there and wrote a warning on the outside. Susan and a couple of the kids are with me. As far as I know, we're the only survivors. I had to hold Susan so she wouldn't run back in there, go back for the bodies. It's just too dangerous. She lost her children, and I have no clue what to say to her. Every part of my being just wants to give up. It'd be so easy to surrender to this world. I can't do that though. I have too much faith in humanity. I've seen that we're still capable of good. We can make it. I have to stay strong. For her. Ish.
And that is the full recap of exactly what happened. One singular mistake cost them everything. One person leaving a door open caused clickers to invade and decimate the entire community. Such a sad and brilliant story. And that is what I love about The Last of Us. It's not always about the main story that's being told. If you look around, you can find some really interesting side stories as well. And the tragedy of Ish is my favorite. Thanks so much for watching. Behave yourself.